Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to listen to my story. A story of struggle, of perseverance, and of overcoming the greatest enemy of all. Our own selves. You see, I've been in your shoes, feeling the weight of expectation, the pressure to be perfect, and the fear of making mistakes. But I've learned that it's in those moments of vulnerability that we discover our greatest strengths. As a young boy, I was driven by a sense of justice, a desire to protect the innocent and fight against evil. But as I grew older, that desire turned into an obsession, a need to be perfect, to never make a mistake. I became consumed by the fear of failure, of not being good enough, of letting people down. I would spend hours, even days, rehearsing every possible scenario, every possible outcome, trying to anticipate every move my enemies could make. But the more I tried to be perfect, the more anxious I became. I would lie awake at night, my mind racing with thoughts of what could go wrong, of what I could have done differently. I became isolated, afraid to trust anyone, afraid to let anyone in. I was trapped in a prison of my own making, a prison of self-doubt and fear. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom, until I realized that I couldn't do it alone, that I began to see the error of my ways. I realized that perfection is a myth, a fantasy that we can never truly achieve. And it's in the pursuit of perfection that we lose ourselves, that we lose sight of what's truly important. I began to seek help, to talk to people who had been through similar struggles. I learned about the importance of self-compassion, of treating myself with kindness and understanding. I learned about the power of mindfulness, of being present in the moment, of letting go of the past and the future. And I learned about the importance of failure, of making mistakes, of learning from our errors. I realized that it's in our mistakes that we grow, that we learn, that we become stronger. I learned to embrace my imperfections, to see them as a strength, not a weakness. It wasn't easy, of course. It took time, patience, and practice. But slowly, I began to see the world in a different light. I saw that I didn't have to be perfect, that I could make mistakes and still be worthy. I saw that I didn't have to be alone, that I could trust others, that I could rely on them for support. And that's when I became the hero I am today. Not because I'm perfect, but because I'm imperfect. Not because I'm fearless, but because I'm brave enough to face my fears. Not because I'm alone, but because I have the support of those around me. So, my young friend, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone in your struggles, in your fears, in your doubts. You're not alone in your quest for perfection. Because the truth is, nobody is perfect. Nobody is immune to mistakes, to failures, to setbacks. But what sets us apart is how we respond to those setbacks. Do we let them define us, or do we use them as an opportunity to grow? Do we get stuck in our fears, or do we face them head on? Do we try to go it alone, or do we seek help, support, and guidance from others? The answer, my friend, is up to you. You have the power to choose how you respond to life's challenges. You have the power to seek help, to ask for support, to trust in others. And you have the power to be kind to yourself, to treat yourself with compassion, to forgive yourself for your mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail, because it's in those moments of failure that we discover our greatest strengths. It's in those moments of vulnerability that we find our greatest courage. And it's in those moments of imperfection that we find our greatest beauty. And if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you're struggling to cope, don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Because there are people out there who care, who want to support you, who want to help you through the tough times. And always remember, my young friend, that you are not alone. You are part of a community of people who have been through similar struggles, who have faced similar challenges. You are part of a community that wants to support you, that wants to help you, that wants to see you succeed. So don't give up. Don't lose hope. Because there is always a way forward, always a way to overcome, always a way to rise above. And I know this, my friend, because I've been there. I've been in the darkest depths of despair, and I've emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. And I want you to know that I'm here for you, that I'm here to support you, to guide you, to help you through the tough times. And I want you to know that you're not alone, that you're part of a community that cares, that supports, that uplifts. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.